Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Political uncertainty drives gold and silver prices here at the first test of the new year here, and it is interesting indeed. There is a hotly contested race, a very thin, razor-thin margin there, and we're going to talk about that and where precious metals are starting out at the beginning of the year. Let's explore! This is an article from MarketWatch, and you can see here the Dow has actually ended up 170 points as investors await Georgia election results. There's that bulletin. We see here gold prices end higher ahead of the U.S. Senate elections in Georgia. Fascinating indeed here. Gold prices finished Tuesday trading sharply higher with uncertainty surrounding the U.S. Senate runoff elections in Georgia offering support for the Haven metal. That's just it. The markets don't like uncertainty. The dollar index and everything else, except for apparently the Dow, but metals do like that. They salivate at uncertainty. That means they go up. A climb in the U.S. ISM Manufacturing Index to its highest since August of 2018 in data published Tuesday relieved fears about the economic recovery from the pandemic and, along with strength in the domestic stock market, produced some headwinds for gold earlier this session. However, gold found support from uncertainty about Tuesday's runoff elections in Georgia more than anything else, or more than anywhere else in these indicators. Jeff Wright, executive vice president of Gold Mining Incorporated, told MarketWatch, if Democrats win both seats in the Georgia runoff contest, that could make it easier for President-elect Joe Biden's administration to pass legislation that could influence trading in stocks, including the repeal of corporate tax cuts put in place under the Trump administration. The fear is Democrats could control both houses of Congress. I'm leaning more to likely that's going to happen, because they will try to steal this election just like they successfully stole the presidential election, and Georgia is ground zero for much of that, as well as the other places, but especially recently, and push through radical tax policy, runaway spending, and alter any semblance of divided government, Wright wrote. The result of the Senate runoff elections in Georgia will have massive implications for the country over the coming years, wrote Craig Earlham, senior market analyst at Oanda, in a daily research note. And boy, is he right. They'll have at least 2 years of unfettered control if the Democrats, which already have the House, they're going to have the presidency come January 20th. And if they have the Senate, the first thing they will do is try to consolidate power. And once they know that they're going to have power, and by making the Washington, D.C. a state, that'll probably be one of the first things they try, or to pack the courts, or to get rid of the Electoral College, which basically means that population centers, which tend to vote heavily Democrat, well, they will continue to maintain power. And for sure. The Republicans only need one seat to retain their majority, with a double Democratic victory giving them a de facto majority, given the casting vote of Vice President Kamala Harris. In Tuesday dealings, gold for February delivery rose $7.80 and 0.4% to settle at $1,954.40 an ounce, following a 2.7% gain on Monday that took bullion to its highest level since early November, according to FactSet data. Silver futures for March delivery, meanwhile, rose 27.6 cents and 1% to settle $27.64. We'll look at these numbers closer here momentarily. Wright said he's looking for gold to return to $2,000 in the coming weeks after the Biden administration takes over. And I think that's probably right. It's already blasted beyond its barriers we talked about in a prior video recently. Meanwhile, renewed implementation of lockdown measures in the UK, EU, and the US in particular to limit the spread of the coronavirus caused some consternation on Wall Street and perhaps bolstered appetite for bullion. Yes, it is. It is pretty much very strict lockdowns in the United Kingdom, especially. It's crazy what's going on. The highly transmittable strain of COVID-19, recently discovered in the UK, has also been found in New York. The state's governor said Monday, Cuomo, and London announced a stricter national lockdown, even as vaccines are being rolled out in many parts of the world. But U.S. data released Tuesday morning revealed that the ISM Manufacturing Index climbed to 60.7% in December from 57.5% to reach its highest level since August of 2018, as mentioned earlier. That is dulling appetite for gold and prompting some losses in earlier dealings. U.S. benchmark stock indexes also traded broadly higher, a day after the first losses to an open and new year since 2016. Notwithstanding, gold has still climbed a healthy amount today, and it took a pretty big leap yesterday, too. U.S. benchmark stock indexes also trade broadly higher, and I think that's why the markets, the Dow is up, even as they kind of await to see who's going to win in the Georgia election runoff here. A soft start for the U.S. dollar after its steepest annual slide since 2017 also was helping to buttress gold and silver prices. The ICE U.S. dollar index was down negative 0.39%, was off 0.5% on Tuesday at around 89.466, hanging around its lowest level since the spring of 2018. A weaker dollar can make gold more attractive to overseas buyers. Rounding out metals action on COMEX, March copper tracked up 8.5% cents to 2.4% to end at $3.63 a pound. Watch copper, as I mentioned in a prior video, according to the survey, some people think it's going to be the second best performing asset or commodity here in 2021. Does that mean you should go out buying bullion, copper bullion? No, do not do it. That's $3.63 a pound, not ounce. April platinum at 4.64%, and palladium was up as well. We're going to take a look at all these metals, including rhodium, which has jumped up another $500 here to 17,500. Crazy. That's from 16,500 just last week. And so yeah, crazy to see how rhodium's jumping up here a bit. And gold, look at where gold is up. Even with everything with the ISM manufacturing data, gold still ended up higher here, $6.50, up a third of a point to $1,949. We're $50 away, essentially, from that $2,000 mark again, and we're going to get very close there, too. And silver is up over a percentage point. It's well above $27.50 for the ask price. This is a territory that is becoming comfortable for many of us to see, as the gold to silver ratio is now skirting with that 70-to-1 level at 70.89 right now. And if we continue to see these metals go up, we could see it go to 69er. Yes, indeed. Fascinating to see. And look at platinum, up $42. It's almost the winner of the day. Close, almost a 4% increase, 3.95%. Platinum up to $1,116. Platinum, what an amazing metal. And to see it boom and take off like this kind of gives people like Coins A to Z and me some comfort. And also Platinum Beast. You know, we've all been pretty bullish on this metal, and I like it. I like it a lot. I may continue to buy some more, but I'm torn now, not between silver and gold, but between platinum and gold. It's crazy to see. Palladium jumped up almost $100. Wow. Very close to $95, $94 flat. It is the winner of all these metals today. It's at $2,513. Flirting with a move upwards to get to that $2,800 level where it broke records for sure. But it's fascinating to see these metals move. A healthy start to the new year for sure. And I think there's going to be some uncertainty tomorrow as the electors or as Congress meets to certify the Electoral College vote. My prediction, sadly, is that it's going to be much ado about nothing. They'll debate probably into the late night, but there's just not enough Republican support to make anything happen. You'll see some good speeches tomorrow for those who are principled, for sure, to challenge this thing. But just as the prediction from why they took this chance to steal the election, they will get away with it scot-free, sad as it is. And that means that we will have a Joe Biden installment on January the 20th. And that also means that either the markets will return to normal in terms of, okay, we had to deal with this new reality with a democratically controlled Senate, House, and presidency. I'm going to predict right now that the Democrats will take control of the Senate tomorrow, and there will be a victory for both Democrats, and so it'll be full Democrat control. Be prepared, folks. It's going to get dicey, and the markets will react, and I think we're going to see these metals as they start to implement policy very quickly to make these things happen. The markets and the metals will react accordingly, and we're going to see bullish prices throughout the next couple of months here. We may see some pullbacks, but very little, I believe. I believe we're going to be starting to test new resistance for the metals. All of them, every single one of these 5 that are on this list here, we're going to see new resistance levels, which means they could pull back some, but not a whole lot here as we move forward, because there's going to be a lot of uncertainty, a lot more deficit spending, a lot more debt, a lot more political turmoil that'll come from this, and so we'll see how it plays out. So there is the news of the day, the markets, and where we are heading into the beginning part of this month and year. Hope you found this video insightful and useful. You probably didn't enjoy it because I gave you some bad news and bad predictions. But I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.